Hello, it's Mr. Eason here again with homework help for section 2.6. That section is called Multiply Using Expanded Form. And what we're doing here is we are basically breaking up our larger number into expanded form so that we can multiply its parts together before we add up to get the whole. Now this is just one of the strategies we're going to be teaching for multiplication. We will eventually get to the standard algorithm, which is the old school way, the way that your parents and the way that I learned it when I was in school. But this is just kind of helping us understand why this method works. So we're going to try it. The first thing that you do is you take your bigger number and you break it up into expanded form. So we'll rewrite this as 3 times, and then we'll take our 1, which is 1,000, plus 200, because that's what the 2 is worth. That 5 is worth 50, and there is nothing in the 1's place, so we don't have to do anything with it. But we can go ahead and put plus 0, just because. So now what we're going to do is I call this the rainbow. The kids heard it say being called the rainbow. I take that 3 and I multiply it by each of those numbers. So I do a 3 times 1,000. I do a 3 times 100. I do a 3 times 50. And I do a 3 times a 0. You don't have to do that since it's times 0, but we'll add it in there just because. So now our 3 times 1,000 is just 3,000. Our 3 times 200 is 3 times 2, which is 6, plus 2 zeros, so that's 600. Our 3 times 50 is 3 times 5, which is 15, with 1 0 on the end. And then we don't have to have our 3 times 0 because it's just 0. The last step was we add them up. 0 plus 0 and 0 is 0. 0, 0, and 5 is 5. 0, 6, and 1 is 7. And 3 and nothing is 3. So the answer to 3 times 1,250 is 3,750. So that's how the strategy works. The kids practiced a lot of it yesterday in class and finished it up today. So I feel confident we can handle this for homework. Now we're going to go ahead and look at the workbook page, which is what the students worked on in class. So on number 1, it gives you the equation 4 times 213, and it gives you a place to break that up. So it's going to be 4 times 200, 4 times 10, and 4 times 3, because 213 breaks into 200 plus 10 plus 3 in expanded form. We can rainbow it, and we'll have 4 times 200, 4 times 10, 4 times 3. So 4 times 200 is 800, 4 times 10 is 40, 4 times 3 is 12, and if you add all of that up, it gives you a box up here to do it. Plus 40 plus 12. We end up getting 852. So that's our answer for number 1. We can try the same thing on 2 and 3. And the students have been taking a little bit of a shortcut here. They know that 59 breaks into 50 and 9, so rather than writing all of this stuff up here, they just list out 2 equations, and that's fine if we do that. So they just list out 4 times 50 and 4 times 9. It's a little bit of a shortcut, and the students still are able to do the strategy. 4 times 5 is 20. There is 1 0, so we need 1 0 on the end. 4 times 9 is 36. So if we add those up, we get 236 as our answer to 59 times 4. And again, they'll just break it up into 200, 80, and 8. They'll multiply each of those times 3. 200 times 3 is 600. 80 times 3 is 240. And 8 times 3 is 24. So all we do is we add them up. We get 884 as an answer. Oh, I'm sorry, 864. We need to fix that because 4 plus 2 is 6. 864. So that is how you do that strategy. I will say that students will be learning, again, the standard way of doing the multiplication, And once they have finished all of the strategies, they can choose the one that they want to use forever. But for right now, since we're working on specific strategies, I do want them to try the strategies instead of doing another strategy. This has been Mr. Easton with Homework Help, and I will see you tomorrow.